Oh, sorry, I was just practicing my Marcus Rashford there. Welcome back. This is part 2 of our video where we are testing Football Manager's Mettle. And yesterday we published this video where we ran a series of experiments adjusting the mental attributes of players here or there so that we could put a value on the importance of mental attributes in this game. You should totally check that video out next, not least because it includes wonder goals like this one from Romelu Lukaku, but not before you've watched the rest of this video, because today we are going to be testing Brains versus Brawn. For purely academic purposes, of course, we thought we'd simulate just the one match in this video, where Napoli have their mental attributes set to 12 and their hidden attributes all set to 10, whilst their physicals are all pumped up to 20. Then Inter, as you might expect, have 20 in their mental attributes and 12 across the board for physical. And I can tell you now it is completely conclusive. Based on the result you're about to watch unfold, we knew that there was no point simulating another 10, 100 or 1000 matches to divide the two. So cast your votes down in the comments. Are you Team Brain or are you Team Brawn? Sit back and enjoy, and I'll pass you to Adam in the commentary box. So before we step into the last experiment of the test then and see who comes out on top of the Brawn versus Brain, we are going to have to change this tactic up. So we've obviously kept this consistent throughout the 120 experiments so far, but the fact that these guys now have a deficit of 8 on average in their physicals means that a custom gegenpress probably isn't going to suffice against Napoli. So we're going to go slightly different. We're probably going to want to control possession, but I don't know how well that's going to work. Tactically and familiarity, that's good. Intensity's dropped significantly, so we've got shorter passing, shorter tempo. We're working the ball into the box with standard width, playing out of defence, which I think is okay. Counter pressing, but not distributing quickly or countering. The high defensive line thing, I'm a little bit worried about actually. I think I'm going to do that as a standard with a low block, because I don't think we want to be getting too stretched against a team that are going to be, 8 faster, 8 points faster than us overall, and that trigger press as well and prevent goalkeeper distribution. We haven't got the physicality to do that. So I'm taking those things off. We're not going to touch any of the pressing traps or cross engagement stuff. We are going to once again just hit the maximise tactical familiarity. There we go. Darmian and Skriniar were the only ones that benefited from that. But overall, we're not going to change too much more. So that's that. And we'll go straight into the match now. We have got a room full of Rottweilers who just want to chew the faces off the Napoli players a little bit. So very aggressive. I'm going to go with the statement that I feel had the most impact when I was doing my previous experiments, and just hope that rings true again. I expect to win tonight. Sod all has happened there, so that's not good. I will go into midfielders and individuals and just say that, oh gosh, we really have got a red card coming, haven't we? I'm expecting a veritable ton of headers to go against Inter as well. We're not going to win any 50-50s Inter with the deficit we have in jumping reach, but also strength. We do have the bravery though, but I don't think that's going to counterbalance that at all. I think it'll be particularly interesting to see how the goalkeepers fare in this match. So I am going to go into key highlights only, and we are going to move the sliders up a little bit so we've got a bit more pace amongst us. And Napoli have scored straight away. And it's a header from a player that wouldn't normally score one. It's Zielinski into... Oh no, it's Romani that scored. That is a centre-back. Fair play. But that's a big one, and the reason I think that's a big one is because we do have the mental attributes on Inter's side, but if we scored first, so if Inter had got that first goal, I think it would have been all the more vital to see how the other team coped with that, with their reduced overall mental capacity. A team full of balanced personalities, and they've obviously got 12 in every mental attribute, whereas Ooh, Osimhen could have scored there. Whereas Inter Milan are chock full of born leaders now. And although they are aggressive as heck, they are hopefully resolute and they've got the reaction in them. So let's see what they do anyway. Let's see if they can get the ball, keep the ball for a while, wind Napoli up, you would hope, and put those mental attributes to good use. They are just steamrolling past. That was so fast. I think 20 pace, 20 acceleration versus that average of 12 is already showing its difference, isn't it? Oh yeah, we can't get on to any loose balls. It's going to be Napoli who get the overall possession, even though we've tried to control it. Just because look at Kvaratskhelia. He's just 2 strides and he's in the box. He's absolutely lightning quick. We do have a 0.01 XG on the board though, fellas. I'm going to have to change immediately in case this set piece leads to another. We do not want to be even testing the water with a floated cross into the box. Normally with Lukaku in there and Martinez on the far post, that would be a fantastic idea. But in this case, I just don't think we're ever going to get those crosses working. So let's go short, and whilst we're at it, I will tell us to hit low crosses because we aren't winning aerial challenges. This one though, see what DiMarco can do. Go on, mate. Yes! Our best player. He's equalised. Federico DiMarco, a sublime finish. Straight from the training ground, that one. Play it in, win it back from the header, and bend it into the far corner. Beautiful stuff from Federico DiMarco. As always, the best player on the game. That's good. That's a good first half, actually. I think we learned a few lessons to not bother crossing it in. But will we make any changes defensively? I don't know. I think maybe our attacking width could go narrow. We could go tempo up slightly so that we weren't caught on the ball because they're obviously able to press us incredibly easily. And I'm not going to distribute to centre-backs. I'm just going to take all distribution types off actually and just let Onana, with his 20 decisions, work it out himself. But those are the only changes I'll make for now. It's 1-1. Brawn have it probably in the bag when it comes to the late game. So Brain are going to need to score the next goal. Okay, let's see then. 1-1. Can Brains take it with a few tactical tweaks? Maybe a few more player instructions to add in soon. But oh, come on. He's got so much space. It just feels like it's men v boys when it comes to their attacks. Yeah, that's fine. Osimhen was offside. I knew he was. Damian, you turd. Well, one back though. Fair play. That's good use of the mentals there. Romani out to Rui. They've got acres because we're not pressing them. I'm not used to seeing this in my team. But oh no, Skriniar didn't even jump for that. I suppose his jumping reach is only 12. Oh, DiMarco, don't bother. Fresh legs, I think, in the 70-minute point against a team with 20. Stamina is going to be very important. This is on a knife edge, folks. We could score on the counter and it could be the best thing that's ever happened. It would also be the biggest FMing of all time. With 0.1 XG, I'm not sure, even if Inter went on to win this, I could claim that Brain was more important than Brawn, because over 10, 20, 30 simulations, I'm pretty sure this would go. This would be a Brawn fisting. But yes, let's let this one play out. It's quite exciting. Osimhen's through again. He's been just absolutely irrepressible, isn't he? Get sent off. Oh my god, he scored, and it didn't look like it crossed the line. It must have, because that's how the game works. But if that happened in real life, I'd be claiming that didn't go over. Lozano with the cross, Osimhen with the inevitable header. It has crossed the line, but it's bounced back out. Onana couldn't get enough on it. That's 2-1 up for the Brawn, and that's probably fair. That is so close. Of course, if it is a draw, that would be probably quite annoying as well. Then I'll have to play it again, and I think Napoli, as I said, based on this XG, would probably run away with it. 9 times out of 10. Simhen's through again. They're going to put it to bed now, aren't they? We haven't got any legs left. We haven't got particularly tired players, to be fair, but they're probably still prim and proper and ready to run 100 miles an hour. A Simhen through. A Simhen's put it to bed. Okay, that's fair. I think this experiment has been telling. The Brawn does dwarf the brain. And even though Napoli won, what was it, 51% of the time that we simulated this match in the other experiments, I think I can safely say that with 10 times the XG, they have been the better side here by a fair way. It was nice for DeMarco to have that exciting moment, and we do love him to bits. And we will be trying to sign him again on FM24. But a conclusive review will tell you that although it is important, physicals are more important than mentals. And it's a win tonight for Brawn over Brain. Back to you in the studio.